Hi, DF people. Have you considered adding a quantitative rating system to your tech reviews? It could give the audience a frame of reference to compare different titles in terms of performance and tech quality. Thanks for the great work as always! Exclamation point. Cheers. John, DF Seal of Quality. We've even got a t-shirt,
Yeah.
but we aren't doing it. Maybe we should be doing it. If so, how do we do it?
Yeah, I've thought about this too as some sort of like just a quick way to reference like what we've given stuff in the past and how it falls. The trick though is ensuring that the context of when that reward was given is extremely important, because unlike, let's say, like a game review, like a normal game review, technology evolves and there's certain things that can be like very high tech and impressive, like that. Let's say we gave like a seal of equality to like an early PS4 game because of what it was doing at the time, but then a game that's on paper more technically advanced gets a lower score on a later machine relative to what that hardware is. And like, how do we communicate that to the people so that they don't say, well, why did you give this one the ultra DF seal and this other one only got the mediocre bespoke one or something, right?
Yep, I know what you're saying.
There's
It's
a
the
consistency
classic
problem.
Halo 8 out of 10 Euro game, a meme.
Exactly.
Yeah, better
So
than Halo.
exactly. So that's the problem. That's a hard one to solve. So it can't just be like the normal. Maybe it's just as simple as recognizing like a thumbs up, thumbs medium. The old Game Pro icon system where you've got the excited dude, the slightly less excited dude, the bored guy, and then the oh this sucks guy.
Well, that goes back to Zap 64.
There we go. That's what we need then.
Um, I'm going to have to think about this one, Oliver.
Well, in terms of like quantitative ratings, I think it's hard to be so absolute about things, and there are so many factors in game coverage that we go through. Like if I'm looking into indie game, is it fair to put that on the same scale as like Avatar might be? I don't think so. And then the kinds of performance issues that we do tend to see in games, which he's highlighting here as a potential area for quantitative analysis. It is a little bit tough because games have very different kinds of performance issues. So if like I'm looking at a game like Starfield pre-patch that just L-locked 30 FPS versus a game like Starfield post-patch, which might have a bunch of modes that are kind of all very inconsistent in performance, and then maybe one or two that are okay. How do I compare that? Or how do I look at a game that might run pretty badly without a technology like VRR, for instance, or 120 hertz output, like Dragon's Dogma 2? How do I put that on a scale? I just don't know how to put that on a scale. I think it's impossible to encapsulate into a score or a real hard quantitative analysis in a way where people wouldn't freak out and in a way where they would hold up across games. Like I could say this game has a better performance score than this game. Well, actually, maybe they have very different kinds of performance. Maybe that qualitative analysis is much more important. But I do think that something like a DF seal of quality could be good for exceptional products where you really want to highlight something that is a really high quality game. I remember Anantech, I don't think they do this anymore, but they used to give bronze, gold, and silver medals
Mm.
to products like power supplies and graphics cards and CPUs and things like this. And when they did deploy those medals, you knew it meant something special because they deployed them relatively rarely. So I think if we did do a DF
Right.
seal of quality and gave it to the very best looking, very best running, high quality products out there, if we wanted to extend that in a certain video or maybe in an end of year review kind of thing, give our little seals of quality, I think that would be reasonable, but I wouldn't want to go any more granular than just saying this game is a real highlight and you should enjoy it. I don't think I'd want to get any more
Mm.
granular than that personally. I think that our qualitative analysis is extremely important.
Right. I think people do need and would appreciate an at a glance summary of what we think about a particular game. And that's really difficult to do because there are so many different factors to it. Is it DF approved or not is actually quite binary and might work. The metals system, for want of a better word, I quite kind of like it. Bronze, silver, gold, could probably have platinum and then unobtainium, which nobody would ever get. That'd be quite fun. But a quantitative rating system, what would be the criteria? I guess the best people that do it, if you look at Ratings, the TV people,
Oh yeah.
they do it very, very well. They break it down into different categories,
Yeah.
and they give you an overall thing at the end. But that's the endeavor in making a TV is somewhat quite different to making a game. Maybe there's something in the PC space we could do, because I think that's actually quite valuable. How well does a game run on your PC? We've talked about this before. Maybe 5 representative PCs. We do the first hour of gameplay, and then we have some sort of score based on that. Shifting settings levels for each configuration, but there would still be stuff like stuttering and whatnot that would be problematic, and maybe there's something we could do there. I just want to open this discussion out to everybody, because I'm open to ideas on this, because I do think some sort of at a glance way of saying whether DF thinks this is good or not is probably a good thing, but beyond that, it's just going to need a lot of work.